And you found a very special beacon, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
With a machine gun.
Oh, that was down. You went down to the basement. There was as I remember it, it was like a football field. Maybe that wasn't that big. You know,
garage.
You know, it's gigantic. I mean, football field is 100 yards, but maybe it was gigantic.
Like a museum.
Well, it was like a store. Everything was. Most of them were covered in tarpaulin. There was a gold Volkswagen. It looked like it was gold
Plated.
Yeah, and it was like the millionth Volkswagen made or something or other, and this and that and that. And we're looking at and I'm saying, hey, where the vehicles from the war? You know they're fucking here. You say, I don't know, I can't find them. And some people are taking us around. And I said, where are the vehicles from the Second World War? No answer. At one point I said, I'm going to go take a look. I sneak away, and I'm looking, you know, I'm doing it fast, and then I see there's a fucking semi-tank, you know, one of those, you know, I don't even know what you call those things. There's a word for them.
Something with Kübel?
I'm not sure what the word is.
Yeah. I know.
Anyway,
because they use them as sort of.
Anyway, I got it, and there's a what I call a BAR. You know, maybe German doesn't know the word for it. You know, and I said, oh my God, I pulled the tarpaulin off. It was kind of a light tarpaulin. You know, and I went up there and I go, I know this is maybe I'm 75 feet, 100 feet away. Oh, we were terrible.
I love it.
I mean, we just, every chance we get. And then there was also a guide who said, and you know, you're friendly with people, and you know, and we're talking, and he was, and at one point he got to be very friendly with us, and he said, we're talking a little bit about the war, and he was okay. And then somehow he said, the only mistake you Americans made, he says, is your right to convert, your right to overturn the Hitler. It was right for you. But the problem you had is when you took Berlin, you should have continued east and destroyed the commies, sons of bitches, you know. Hey, fuckface, they were our allies. We fought with them against you sons of bitches. They suffered more than we did. Oh yeah. Well, no hard feelings, you know. Yeah. I mean, it was only 10, 12 years after the.
14 years ago. I know. That's not.
A lot of Nazis there, you know.
So when you came back, you summed up the marketing problem.
Well,
and you designed this. I love this episode. You designed a flip book.
Oh.
Where the Volkswagen logo would transform into the swastika, and Bernbach saw it and he did not like it.
I would give anything if I still had that. We come home, and I guess early in the morning I'm walking down the hallway on the creative floor. You know, there was a count floor was above us, a couple of floors, and Bernbach's down there, and he sees me. George, I said, Bill. And we're walking towards each other, very funny, you know, it's like we're walking towards you, George, Bill, you know. And as we're walking to the Bill, he said, everything okay? And I said, Bill, I got it. You know, he said, you got the advertising? I said, no, I don't have the advertising, but I got the marketing problem figured out. And he looked at me like I was nuts. What do you mean the marketing problem, you know? I said, and then he went, like, yeah. I said, we got to sell a Nazi car in a Jewish town. And he went, oh. So I think he went, oh, I still got troubles with this guy, with this kid. You know, okay. When people write that Bill Bernbach did Think Small and Lemon, etc., they think a lot of people think he did it, but it's the proverbial we, you know, it's the agency did it, you know, because there's somebody who, I got a call from Ad Age the other day from some woman who said that, did you read a book on blah, 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 some woman's writing an ad about Bernbach and about how he didn't write the ads that people said he wrote, and you know, he wasn't that a very good writer, and I got furious because I said, Bill Bernbach was a great creative director. He changed advertising as we know it. He was a heroic figure. He didn't say he wrote Think Small and this and this and this and this. That's people who attribute it to him, and you're not going to blame him for people saying that, etc. You know, he was a great man, and any aspersions on his you know, credibility, etc., is ridiculous. I went on and I got so pissed off. He had one of the pastel renders that was still there, to a rendering, and it was a VW wheel, you know, with the fender here, and on the wheel, on the metalwork, there was a reflection drawn of a family, man, woman, and kids. And I said, what the fuck is that? I mean, a reflection of a family, Volkswagen, he's trying to do that. He said, this is what Bill wants me to do this. I said, well, what's the copy? He said, well, he keeps changing the headline. And I said, well, the visual's a pain in the ass. I mean, that's nothing. Because he said, but yeah, but he wants me to keep writing, I keep writing new lines. I said, Jesus, you got to break out of that. He said, well, what?
You need a really great line for that.
Does Julian know about this? He said, yeah, I showed it to Julian, and Julian just runs away from it. In fact, Julian's trying to write lines to it. I said, oh, that's awful. Just tell Bill, the feeling, it's all wrong. The feeling's all wrong. We got to do something simpler. We got to do whatever you're going to say, but just get him off your back. Julian comes to me and he says, can I show you something? Tell me what you think. I said, yeah. It was like strange. I want to do an ad for Volkswagen, and I'm having trouble with the helmet. Yeah. What's the headline? I mean, Julian didn't think visually, he thought headlines, and if you worked with him and you listened to headlines, sometimes you could use them because they were, you could do something with them graphic, and sometimes, that's the problem working with really good writers. I like to work by myself because when you work with a good writer, they'll say a very good line, but I can't do anything with the line.
Right.
And if I think of it, I'll dismiss it immediately and work towards it so I can get a visual mnemonic and a word mnemonic, you know. And the better the writer, the more trouble I'm in, because if a writer gives me a line that's really good, I have to explain why I don't want to do it.
So the headline does it all already.
It's much easier working with myself.
Yeah, of course.
Because I can dismiss it like this and go on to it. It's hard to dismiss. That's why sometimes people think I'm arrogant, which I don't need a writer. I have trouble working. I love working with a guy like Ron Holland because I would do 95 out of 100 headlines would be mine because I knew I could do something with it. And I'd tell him, yeah, and then I'd say the copy we should be saying blah 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 blah, and what we should make blah blah blah, and yeah, and he'd come back with a hunk of copy. You know, I mean, he was like he could be an incredible help to me because he would take it and
really execute it.
And really execute it, and I could go on to other things.
So what was the headline that Koenig was showing you?
So I said, what is it? He said, think small. I said, Jesus Christ. I said, it's great. I mean, that should be the slogan.